Hello everyone, welcome to another video on AdminLTE Plugin for Appgini. So in this video tutorial, we are going to look at some features that were added to the plugin that may help you, or that may be handy to you, that you may not know of yet. So this we are going to start with the first feature, customizing the login page. So if you want to customize this login page, maybe you want to change the colors here. You can see like currently the colors are blue, and maybe you want to add a background image to this page here, or this page here, this forgot password, or this registration page. You want to customize the colors. Maybe you want different colors for all the pages, or you want similar colors. So we're going to see how you can do that. So this feature is enabled by default, but there is another extra step you need to take now to achieve that. Okay. So right now you can see our page looks like this. Okay, yeah, it just has the default look, like it has no background. The colors are blue. So we're going to apply a background image here, and change the colors. So you log into your application here. So I've logged into my app. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is go to the documentation. So documentation is right here, but you can access it if you go to this menu, dashboard builder. You can click on documentation here. It will take you to this page. So on this page, we want to do two things. Okay, there's this advanced code snippet tool, snippet tools. You click on it to take you to this page, so you can see all the advanced code snippets tools that we have here. So we're just interested in these last two snippets: the login register page customizer tool, and the file manager tool. Okay, so let's begin with the login register customizer tool. Click on it, so you can see it has a screenshot of how you can customize your login screen. So this tool will enable you to customize the login, register, and forgot password pages easily without having to lose your changes when you update the plugin in future. Okay, currently if you try to do it before updating the plugin, because the latest version of the plugin actually has support for it, but if you go and edit the page manually, your changes will be lost if you update the plugin in future. So we don't want to have that scenario. So we made support for that, and now you can use this tool to make your changes. So it's pretty simple here. So you need to go and create a custom page. Go here, go to custom pages builder, create a page, give it a name, let's say login customizer, or whatever you want to give it, an icon. Select a table group you want the page to be in, the users who can access the page, and you just leave it to know, create page. So for me, I've already created it. Here it is alt pages style. I call this alt pages style here. You can see here it is. So you can see I gave it the name, the icon, then I gave it the table group advanced tools, then admins can access it, then I saved my page. So for the code for this page here, you come here under GitHub gist code here, you under this documentation, you'll click on this, click on it, it will open here. So you'll copy everything that is here and paste it inside this thing. Okay, so once you've pasted it inside here, you save your code changes, and you go to your page. It's created, so you go to it here, so you find this is it. So for login page, you can choose the color now for the login page, for the buttons and the card color there. You can choose the outline. The card has an outline, so if a card has an outline, you just see a small strip of the color. If it's blue, you see a small strip. So if you say outline no, the whole card will be covered. What I mean by the whole card is, you see right now it's outline, because this blue, you see this blue here is just a small strip, is an outline. Okay, if the outline is set to no, this card, the whole title here will be blue. The whole part of it will be blue. So depending on how you want it styled, but the color will apply to these buttons and this right there. So that's what we're going to do. So let's log in, go to our advanced tools, page styler. So if you say, let's say we want the color to be orange, then we say outline no. So we just want it to have the solid color, then submit. This is for the login page alone. Okay, so these changes will be applied to the login page. So it's one no outline. So log out. You see now the page has changed. Now it is just filled, and it is the orange is there. So if you say outline, let's change it to outline now, so that we can see the difference. So go to page styler, go to outline, yes, save changes. That's it. So this one is only for login page, so you're just saving the change. So if you go to register, you do the same, save. Go to forgot, do the same, save. So you have to save all the changes for each page. log out here, you see now the outline is there, it's up there, and the button has changed the color. Pretty simple, right? So that's for that tool. Now the second tool is the file manager. So the file manager could help us, but it's not necessary for this step. So let's say you want to have a background image on this one. Let's go to hot style. So the background image URL, you can put the URL here of the image you have. You could have an image online, or you could have an image in a folder inside the app. You can put the path here. Okay, so you can do that. That one you don't need this other tool, the file manager tool. You don't need it. But for this case, also as an additional tool for you, also you can set up the file manager tool. So the process is the same. You go here to custom pages, create a page, call it file manager, give it an icon, table group, group access, save. Then edit it. So like file manager, my file manager is here, edit it. So I will see my file manager code here. So go back to our advanced tools here on the documentation, scroll down, you'll find the code here also. So click on it to open this code for this file manager. Copy all of it, everything. To copy everything, you can click on draw here, so it opens the whole thing. So copy, just highlight everything, copy it, then come and paste it here, save changes. Up to there we are. Okay, then go to your menu. For me, mine is here, file manager. Now this file manager helps you to manage files. You can upload files to your application, you can delete files, so other external files you want to store, maybe, or just have them uploaded. They'll be uploaded into your application and you can manage them through the file manager. So the file manager will create a folder, will create an additional folder called alt uploads. This one, this folder, this is the folder that will hold all the files you upload to your file manager tool here. So this folder will be created automatically. So that's where these files are stored. So for my case, I've already uploaded an image. This image, this is the image uploaded. So to upload a file, you just click here and drag the file you want. So if I want to upload this, or it's a PDF, whichever I want to upload, I can simply click on it. So that PDF open, it's uploaded. That's it. So it will be available here. So if I refresh, I'll see my file there. Okay. So for this case, I want to use this as my login background. So I've already uploaded it. So I just come here and copy. So it's copying the path to that file. So come to page style, then come here and paste it. I'll paste it. You see now it has the path to that file. Then submit. That's it. So you see it's an image. There should be an image actually, so that it works. If it's not an image, it won't work. So log out. Boom. Here is our login page. It has now the background applied. So the changes we are doing for the login page. You see this, but if you go to forgot password, there's no change because there's nothing you have done to it. You go to register, there's no change. So you can do the same thing because you can customize any page you want individually without having to force all the pages to be the same. So if you come to this one here, page styler, register page, say the color you want it to be warning as well. The card should be outlined, yes, and put the image to it, then submit. So those changes are saved. So if you go now to the login page, you can be able to the register page. So see, it's applied. So but the forgot password remains the same. So you can do the same thing for that. So it's that simple to customize. So this one, even if you update the plugin in the future to a new version, the changes will still be intact. These changes won't be lost. Okay, as opposed to you doing it manually now, it will be pretty hectic for you to do that. So we have seen how to create a file manager tool. You can, it's an optional tool, but you can have it just for your own sake as well, manage files. You have seen how to create this page styler tool. See, helps you to, and all these tools you have seen how to find them in the documentation here. Pretty straightforward. So there are so many other tools here actually that were covered in previous videos. You can actually look at them individually and play around. This process is the same, and it's outlined everywhere. The instructions are there for each tool. You can see how you can set it up. You can set it up and see how it goes. That's it. So the other thing we wanted to look at, it's a new feature, is the calendar widget function. So this plugin has a widget function for the calendar, which is here. So you can create calendars like this one easily using a single function to display them. Okay, so for this calendar here, you can see your events. If there's an event on a date, you'll see it's highlighted there. Then the event will be here. You can click on the event. So this click event, you can customize it to what you want. But for me, I've customized it such that I click on it, takes me to the detail view of that record. So you can see the event is on order date is 1st February. So I can just go there. Now we also added these buttons right here. Before I forget, you see now we have 3 buttons here, group buttons. So the first one is import CSV. Yeah, the second one is to refresh the page. So right now, if you so for example, if you come here on this page, let's say we navigate from here. So let's go to customers. Then I click here. So let's say I want to refresh only this part here. So if I use the browser refreshing tool, reloading tool here, you see it will take me back to the table view, which is pretty not what we wanted to achieve. But now with this refresh one here, I can just refresh this part, because now this is linked to the Appgini view now. So it will just refresh this. So that's what. And then if I want to go back as well, I want to navigate back to the table view. So if I click this, it will take me back to the dashboard. If I use this browser navigation tool here, okay. But this one also can help. So if you don't want to go back using that, if you think that's so far away, you can just use this one. Okay, that's it. Also, we removed a lot of space that was here. So there was a big space here up to here, maybe between the table and this margin here. So we removed that so that right now it's just small. It's just requiring a very big space for you to view this table right here. So that's a pretty good one. Also for the admin area, we did the same thing. Okay, so you see now it's just a small margin at the beginning here. Also customized for you this bar here, admin bar here. Now you see it's styled properly here, and the admin area, you can access it through this page. Now you don't need to go to a separate page to view, because if you're on the admin area, you are here, maybe you're doing settings or you're going to some other things, members, and you want to go back to something else, you can just go there very quickly. So that was just, by the way, just to make you appreciate all the changes that you've made here. So the other thing was, now what we wanted to actually talk about was this calendar plugin right here. So this calendar plugin, you can see this event is here. If you have many other events, you can see them pretty much everywhere. So for me, you can use this example of this event here. So I've put this code inside the dashboard builder, admin stop. Okay, so this one it's covered in other videos. You can see for each group we have 2 files for them, admin top and admin bottom. So for all the groups we have pretty much like that. Okay, so you can manage the code here if you want to do it here, but I prefer to go to the code editor because I can get to see pretty much a lot of things. So if you want to go to the dashboard files, you can go to AdminLTE folder here, then go to views. So in views you find all the group files here. So for this case, we want to go to admin top. Now here, this is the same code that is here, same code. But for me, I don't want to manage it here. These are just if maybe your application is online, you can't access the code editor locally, and you want to make quick changes, you can do it here. But for me, I prefer doing it here. So here's the function. The function is called show calendar. So this show calendar can render as many calendars as you want. Okay, in any page of your application here, custom pages, dashboard pages, you can pretty much render it there. Okay, so this calendar of ours, here it is. So we're just going to go through it. You can find the documentation for this calendar actually here. Go to widget data functions, then scroll a bit down here. You'll find it. You'll find it here, calendar. Here, so you can see the calendars have different themes to them, different themes, which you can change. You see, like this one, we are using this theme. So they have different theme names you can use actually. So here's the structure. You see the structure of how it looks like. Then you can see the explanation for each parameter that you're passing to it. Okay, there they are. So it has a lot of things actually. So, but we'll look at them practically. But the code here is just to help you see it, because it's detailed. Actually, it's very detailed. So you'll need to see how it works. And there's an example function here, a complete function. Okay, then has the results for you there, how it looks like on the dashboard. That's it. Okay, so let's go to the actual function, this function. So the function takes several parameters. Here you can see the title of the calendar query. This is an SQL query that you pass in. The card color, you want it, the card color will be the outline. You see, like ours is dark, so if you go here to the dashboard, this is dark, like you see, this is dark. This color is this card, this one is dark and it's outline. Okay, then the card size, the card outline, you see it has an outline. Yes, card collapsed. If it's collapsed like ours, you see it's collapsed by default. If you refresh the dashboard, the card is collapsed until you click it to open, but you can say no, so that it's just open, it's not collapsed. Okay, so the next parameter is calendar settings. Now calendar settings now is an array that takes several things. Okay, it takes the theme of the calendar. So by default it's midnight blue, but we look at the other themes that you can play around with. Then it takes the today's highlight, so it highlights today by default. So if you open the calendar, it will by default it will be on the today's date. Okay, so if you go here, you refresh this calendar here and open it, you see it has highlighted today's date. So that's what today's highlight does. So in the settings, then the format of the date, you can specify the format of the date you want, the title format as well. Title format is pretty here. Here you see this is November 7th. You can change that format as well. Even this one, November 2023, you can change that one as well. Okay, let's continue. So event header format, that's the same thing. So past day of the week is 1 to 7, I think. So the sidebar display default, sidebar toggler, event display default. So this is what you can play around with these options: true, false to see. Then event action code. So this is event action code takes a JavaScript code. Like you can see for mine is a JavaScript code here. So let's just go straight to it. So our calendar here, you can see it's named all orders by order date. This is the title of the calendar. So that's what we have passed in here, all orders by order date. Good. Then now we go to the query itself. Okay, so the query is what will go and fetch the data from the database to bring it as events that we will render here. Like now this is an event. Okay, so we're going to look at that query, how it also has to be very specific, and it's explained in the documentation right here. So if you read the documentation very carefully, you know for each query it has to have some things like the ID, the name, the date, the type, the color, the range, and the badge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are 7 things you need to pass, 7 parameters you need to pass from your query. So whatever you're selecting, if the record ID, then you'll alias it as ID exactly like that. The name of that thing is a custom ID, so that's the name of the event will be shown there. You see, like this one is our name is a customer ID is shown there on that event. Then the date. So the date you'll see the event date. Then the event type, so you say event, so you will see the event types that we have here on the documentation. Then the color, the color here is orange. You can see here it's orange. For this one is orange. Then you can see his range. His range means just a single day event. But if it's the range of events, the events has a start date and an end date, then you can specify his range to true, and then you can say status is the status is what you want on the badge. You see the badge is here. The badge. This is the badge. Here, this one. Shipped is the badge. So which field you want to be displayed on the badge, you can now display it there. So straight to the query itself. So select order ID as ID. That's the ID of the event. Custom ID as name, the name of the event. Order date as date, the date of the event. Event as type. So event, we can have an event, we can have a birthday, we can have, they're documented on the, so you just pass them here as a string like that. This is not on the database. Or if you have it on the database, actually you have stored it there, you can fetch it as well. But as type, orange as the color of that event, false is its range. So our event is not a range, so it's not between, it's just a single date. Status as badge, so the status field will be shown on the badge from orders. That's it. So dark, the event, the card color will be dark. Then it is 12, the size of the card is 12. Then this one is let's see, after the size is the card outline, yes. Then card collapsed, yes, we said yes. So this and this is yes. So the next one, we are going to the calendar settings. Calendar settings here. So we're going now, this calendar settings, you can see it's an array now that makes settings for that calendar. So you can say theme midnight blue, today's highlight true, format, so the date here, the 4 months, first day of the week, just the way they are like this. So this theme is what you can play with for this case. Okay, so let's go back to our calendar here. I think I did I show the themes available? No, I doubt, but we can just see from this photo here, we have midnight blue, we have royal navy, we have orange coral. Okay, so if you don't specify anything here, this is the default theme that will be shown. But you can say midnight blue is done or applied. So let's say we want to apply royal navy, so to just see the change. Okay, say royal navy, see if that will be applied to our calendar right here. So refresh it. Okay, it is. You see now it looks different. Yeah. And then the other one, what could we say? This one is orange coral. You can change it to orange coral as well. Let's see how it looks like. Orange coral. See the change. So depending on whatever theme you want for it, you can pull it through here. Here we go. This is the orange coral. Yeah, so this one could be an alternative to the default Appgini plugin, calendar plugin thing. So you can customize it, play around with it, see how it works for you. And you can change the themes as well. You can place it anywhere you want. You can call each whatever table you want to join, several tables you want to do, whatever. It's custom actually. So if you have some knowledge, coding knowledge, it should be pretty easy for you to do so. Yeah, but you can also contact me if you want some of these customizations done for you at a fee, of course. So if you want certain things. So for this last parameter here, this is a JavaScript code that you pass in. You just pass in JavaScript code. You don't put the script tags, nothing. You just put the code. So for the code, you can use the event ID. So event ID will be the ID of your record that you selected here. So will be represented as the event ID. So you can use event ID in your variables in the script. So if you go to the documentation, actually, you'll find that we have outlined which variables are available for you to use in the script. Okay, let me see. They should be somewhere here. The event ID is here. Let me see. Okay, I think the event name could be there as well, but the event ID is what we've used largely there. So because that's why we want to link to that event. Here they are. Event ID, event name, event type, event date, event color, event badge, event year, event description. So these ones you can use these variables in your JavaScript actually. So however you want to play with it. So for this case, we are just using the event ID. Yeah, so event ID is here. So we are saying we are constructing a URL now. So if someone clicks on this event, they are taken to that page. Orders, selected ID is that event ID. Then you construct an anchor element. Okay, that's the link now. Then we assign the link to it. So this anchor that we created, we add a href to it. Say the URL. This URL is one that you take the user to if they click. Then mouse event. Okay, mouse event. When you click, this is now when someone clicks on that event. This is how you do. We have assigned it to m event here. So it says new mouse event. Say click. So you define specifically what you want. So dispatch event, we call the click now. See, the click will be executed. So now when someone clicks on it, it will take them to this URL. So that's pretty much what happens here. So you can see if we click on this now, the event takes us to the URL that we assigned there. It's that simple. So if you're not really familiar with coding, it may be challenging also for you to. But if you play around with it so many times with several tables, several events you want to play around with, it could be easier with time actually to pull it through. And following the example that we have given on the website example, we have given a clear example of that. So you can call this function several times, okay, to show different calendars, different things, different sizes. You can have 6, whichever. So that's pretty much it. That's what I really wanted to explain how to use this. Apart from that, we actually made improvements to these cards here. Now you don't need necessarily to click here. You can click just anywhere and it will collapse and open, collapse, and save you time. Even for these ones, in the past you had to click on the title here to see, but nowadays you can just click here anywhere on that card. Whatever you click, it will just open. Okay, so this one makes it pretty easy for you to experience and navigate quickly. Yeah, so I think that's it. The other thing that we demonstrated in our previous video, this drop zone function is also a function. It's a custom function that we have here. If you go to this one, you'll see the show drop zone function is there as well, which you can use to show this drop zone here. See, like in our previous video, how to send an email with attachments. You watch that and see that how we used this drop zone. So this drop zone also is a function. You just need to call it. That's it. You don't need to worry about anything. Call it, give it a name, then you access. You call it within a form. Okay, this is a form. So you put it in a form, then the name you give it is when you can access the parts, the URL part of the uploaded files. Simple, and you can use it in this. So we demonstrated how to do that and send an email with an attachment here using the Appgini send mail function. So you can also watch that video. Yeah, so that's it from me. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.